A little while ago, curiously, while I was wearing this same shirt, we had a look at some flexible nibs from Omas, which I thoroughly enjoyed using. But it occurred to me that we've actually got another pen in stock that also has a reasonably flexible nib, and that is the Pilot Falcon, and that's what we're going to look at this afternoon. Comes in 2 or 3 different colours. This is the sort of burgundy colour that they do for it. It's a metal casing, and as you see, it is an SM. What that means is that it's a soft medium nib. Now, they say the nib is soft rather than flexible, and we're going to have a quick look and see what that means. But first of all, looking at the pen overall, actually very high build standard, I've got to say. It's probably not the sexiest looking pen in the world, but it looks as if it is built to withstand almost anything you choose to throw at it. Should be a converter tucked away in there. There is a rather curious looking little thing. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Good lord, like that. Right, well that looks like enormous fun. And I think probably the converter might not be the strongest point of this pen. But I could be wrong on that. What is interesting, of course, is the nib, and I don't know whether you can see, but it is a rather curious shape, and it is falconesque, I suppose, like a falcon's beak, which is why it's called the Falcon. But let's see how it writes, because this is not an inexpensive pen. I think you're going to have to part with getting on for £200 for it, and so far it's not immediately obvious why. I mean, it's nicely built, no doubt about that, but compared with other pens you can get for around £200, and maybe nothing special. So, we're using here Diamine Ultra Green ink, so we're just dipping it there, and see how we get on. Soft. Well, actually, that's quite nice to use. You can probably hear it, but you can probably also see that the more pressure I put down, the broader line you get. So that is actually quite fun. And if I could do copper plate writing, I would imagine it would look reasonably good, because there is a decent degree of flex here, and certainly, I think I'm overworking it a bit here. Although it's always rather hard to judge when you're dipping rather than filling properly the pen, because obviously you're not going to get the steadiness of flow that you would normally expect to have. But this is fun. Oh, this is a pen I could get on with quite well, I think. You would have to learn to live with the noise. I'm trying to remember what paper this is. I think it might be Crown Mill, but I'm not certain about that, so that could be a really bad thing to say. But it's sort of enabling my writing to be vaguely legible. Still losing a bit there, but I wonder if that's me or the pen. I think that's probably, it's running out of ink on this dip. Let's give it another go. I'm afraid you'd have to take the risk of buying one to sort out what happens when you've got it pulled from a cartridge or a converter. But as far as the nib is concerned, I think that's thoroughly nice actually. So here we go, the Pilot Falcon. Very nicely made pen actually. In terms of looks, well, pays your money, takes your choice. Is it worth the price? I think if you want something with a bit of flex, I would certainly recommend this. Nice pen.